self-proclaimed republics in eastern Ukraine say they've pulled back 90% of their heavy armaments from the front line as they continue to implement the Minsk agreements. Now, our correspondent Murat Gizdiyev is watching the withdrawal.
Two self-proclaimed republics here in eastern Ukraine say that now most of their heavy weapons have been withdrawn from the front line. And we're talking here about more than 400 units of multiple rocket launcher systems, mobile artillery, tanks and the like. And our team here, we actually saw at least 3 of those convoys. We filmed them, reported on them, moving away from the front lines. But that's all well and good. The Minsk agreements, though, call for an international body, the OSCE, the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, to verify and to monitor those withdrawals. And we actually spoke to the Donetsk People's Republic Deputy Defense Minister about how his side is cooperating with international monitors.
We have fulfilled all the requirements of the OSCE. We provided all the necessary data, showing the places from where our artillery was withdrawn, the routes it took, as well as the sites where it will be located after withdrawal. We guarantee OSCE monitors access to those sites, so they can verify the withdrawal.
The anti-government forces here in eastern Ukraine have publicly disclosed the makeup of their heavy weaponry, where those heavy weapons are located, and by what routes they are pulling back away from the front lines. And the OSCE is monitoring that withdrawal. They say their monitors are following convoys that are moving away from the front lines. But the OSCE, it requires 3 things from both sides, from both belligerents. It requires an inventory of heavy weapons and their location on the front lines. It requires the routes that those heavy weapons are going to take while moving away from the front lines. And it requires the final destination where those heavy weapons are headed. And the OSCE spokesperson actually here in Ukraine, he said that, well, one of the sides is not meeting its Minsk obligations fully.
Not all of the parties have provided this information, and they need to do so promptly. I think in this sensitive time, we're not into the business of naming names or pointing fingers. Those who have not provided the information know who they are. Everyone knows what they need to do and when they need to do it.
The Ukrainian side has also said that it has begun to pull its heavy weapons back away from the front lines as of today. Previously, they refused to do so, saying that unless ceasefire violations stopped, their weapons would remain on the front lines. I'll just remind you that the anti-government forces began pulling their heavy weapons away from the front lines